and welcome to today's Morning Thought. I'm Annie and I'm one of the skippers, and welcome to Ramworth. So today, or this week, I've been thinking about how Jesus is the same yesterday, today and forever. And that's why I wanted to start with a bit of history. So we are at a church very near to my house, which has got a very tall tower, which you can climb up. It's got 89 steps, 2 ladders and a trapdoor to get to the top. When you get to the top, there is a fantastic view over Broadland, and there is also, if you look right up to the top, on the weather vane, a picture of a monk, Brother Pacificus, and his dog. So I love a good story, and if you climb up the church tower and have a look, you can see Brother Pacificus. It's a brilliant story about a monk who used to live allegedly at St Benet's Abbey. He was one of the monastic order there, and he would pray, get up very early, had a very simple life. He would have just lived with his community of monks, getting up early to pray, helping do chores. But his main job was that he was actually an artist. So he came allegedly to Ramworth, to this church, to paint. And it said that he was one of the painters who painted the murals on the wall and the beautiful, beautiful medieval rood screen that is across the middle of the church. And on that screen there are pictures of saints, of local wildlife, of birds and flowers, and it's really, really beautiful. It's about 600 years old. So this church is pretty old and pretty historic, but it's a real encouragement to me that 600 years ago there was a chap here that came every day and prayed as he did his work and thought about his Christian life. So there's a bit of history. What's interesting is that Jesus Christ is the same today, and Andy and I felt really called to come to Ramworth about 4 years ago to do what God was calling us to do, which was to help run a boatyard in Norfolk, which seems a bizarre thing to do, but it seemed like the thing that God was calling us to do. So Jesus Christ is the same today. We both love him, we follow him, we pray and read our Bibles, and we want to do his will in our lives. And my prayer also is that in the future we would continue to do that. So it says in Hebrews chapter 13, Jesus Christ never changes. He is the same yesterday, today and forever. And in Hebrews chapter 12, it says, there is such a large crowd of witnesses all around us. So we must get rid of everything that slows us down, especially the sin that just won't let us go. And we must be determined to run the race that is ahead of us. We must keep our eyes on Jesus, who leads us and makes our faith complete. And I guess thinking of the future and thinking about what the future might look like, might not look like this old church anymore. It might look quite different. We need to just hold on and cling to God and cling to Jesus for what he has for our futures.